What is good in the video? And today I'm going to be talking about, was this the best All-Star game ever? Because obviously we had the All-Star game the other day, and I mean it was actually competitive, which I was surprised about, not really surprised about. And I mean, I think it was meant to be more competitive, and they wanted to be more competitive, especially the NBA, because people have been upset with it, and you could just tell it was getting more and more competitive and everything, and it just really wasn't any fun to watch. It was kind of getting stale, but this year they decided to change up a little bit and get into it. But now I'm going to be getting into why this could actually possibly be the best All-Star game ever. Maybe not the best ever, but definitely the best in a recent memory for sure. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. My first reason is going to be the new format, and I mean obviously if y'all haven't known, if y'all watched the All-Star game, y'all should know this, that they did have two captains and two team captains this year for Steph Curry and LeBron James, and they did this because the East versus West was just not going to work out anymore. I mean, the East goes about 5 people deep, while the West goes about 50 people deep. Obviously not 50, but they have about 15 players compared to the East 5 or 6 players that are really good. So I mean, the West, we're just blowing people out. We're blowing them out for the past 2-3 years now. It just really wasn't fair. And I mean, the picks actually ended up doing very well. It's not like no one really had beef. I mean, LeBron picked Kyrie and Durant. And I mean, it was pretty cool to see Durant and LeBron on the same team. And it was cool to see Kyrie back on the same team. So it was kind of cool to see that. I mean, the best players of both divisions could be on the same team. It was cool to see. And I mean, it did bring something really fresh. Because I mean, East versus West. Alright, you know West is going to win. There's no way East could possibly win. So I think it really was something fresh to see. And I think anytime something fresh comes into the All-Star game, it's a good thing. And especially with this much success. And then obviously, Adam Silver has even more hyped up to go into next year. Because he said it most likely will be on TV next year, which will be extremely fun to watch, and I do think a lot of people would tune in to watch that. But now my second reason is going to be what they actually tried. I mean, yes, both teams scored over 140 points, but there was a sense of like actually wanting to win and not being Steph Curry, where he literally laid down on the floor and let Giannis dunk last year. I mean, they actually played defense. I mean, LeBron and KD locked up Curry on the final possession to win the game. They came back from 13 down in like 6 minutes because they were playing defense, running plays. Like, what the heck is that? They're running plays. I mean, they were trying to win. And then on that last possession, that was probably the best defense all year from LeBron. I mean, they locked Curry up, and then he had to pass it to DeRozan. He didn't even get the shot off in time. They had such a good defense. They really wanted to win, and I mean, that's extremely good. And y'all might be like, well, dude, they still scored over 140 points. They played in the last 4 minutes. Way to go. Well, no, because if you look that they scored 140 points, that's nowhere near as bad as it has been recently. Look at last year's score. It was 192 to 182. Literally, you can't play defense for someone to almost score 200 points. They were 8 points away from scoring 200 points in one game. And then Anthony Davis had 52 points in that game. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, he obviously can do that, but I mean, the way that he did it was pretty much off of pure dunks and layups off by itself. So, I mean, it really was just like, holy crap, this isn't even fun to watch when you're scoring that much and there's literally no defense. But then, if you go even back 2 years ago, it was 196 to 173. They were now 4 points away from 200 points. Like, what the hell? But then you even go back 3 years. I mean, it was better, but the score was still 163 to 158. I mean, the game was way more competitive than it has been in recent years. Just look at that. I mean, look at the score differential between the two. I mean, they're actually playing defense this time. And part of me is like, because Adam Silver probably made them, like, was telling them, you have to play defense, you have to try. I mean, come on. But I really like to see that, like, LeBron, like, I feel like LeBron really wanted to win that game. He obviously won MVP, and he deserved it. He was the reason they won. He came back on form. The only thing I didn't like about it, because I'm a Pelicans fan, they didn't put Anthony Davis. They kept Paul George in over Anthony Davis. Why? I hate you. I hate any coach that was coaching our team. I hate you for that. But besides that, I really did enjoy it. I do want to see this kind of format come back, and maybe with 2 new captains. You never know. Or like, captains might be picked differently. I don't think it should be people voting captains, because it's gonna be Steph and LeBron until they retire. So I mean, I do want to see some new captains, maybe the best player from, I don't know, just an random all-star gets picked to be a captain. Maybe the captains have to pick on TV. That would be extremely fun to watch. And I do think this is probably one of the best all-star games, and probably one of the most competitive all-star games. I mean, they asked for a replay they were yelling at the refs and they were talking trash, clapping. I mean, who does that in All-Star game until this year? It was really fun to watch. It was really fun to actually see the best of the best play against each other. One thing I didn't like was Jimmy Butler didn't play at all. I mean, I'm not a Jimmy Butler fan, but I mean, come on, at least play 5 minutes. I get it's like a break for you, but at least play 5 minutes. But I mean, besides that, I do think this was probably one of the better All-Star games I've watched, at least. So yeah, and comment all that below. Do you think this was one of the better All-Star games? Do you think this is a good step for the All-Star break? I mean, for the All-Star game to actually be competitive now? Comment all that below. And did you have fun watching it? Did you like it more? And what did you just think about the entire All-Star break? Comment all that below. If you did like the video at any point, hit the like button. It would mean the road at me. And if you really like the video and want to hit the subscribe button, that would definitely mean the road at me. We're at 143 subscribers, and my man at his virus at 206, and all I can do is thank the man upstairs. God, love you so much. I'm blessed to be here. And kids, I'm here, but you either never do vegetables or do drugs. 6 8 4 goodbye.